I'm Jordan from Average to Elite, and this is Max Schenk from Ambition Athletics, and this is our joint venture DVD. Before we get too in-depth on the contents of the DVD, we want to give you a little bit of background on ourselves individually, and particularly how kettlebells have changed the way that we train. So my whole life I was very underweight, never even close to what you would consider to be strong. I also didn't have a whole lot of endurance. To give you kind of a good frame of reference, when I was 21, I checked into Marine Corps boot camp in San Diego, and at 5 feet 8 inches tall, I stepped on the scale and I weighed 114 pounds. I almost got a medical discharge right there. Now, throughout my 20s and then into my early 30s, I did a lot of different kind of training, and some of it was good, some of it wasn't. Did a lot of running, sometimes between 30 and 50 miles a week. A lot of deadlifting and squatting and that kind of stuff. And I felt like I built up a decent base of strength, and I got up to where I would consistently be, about 140 pounds. And then I had an experience that I think I probably share with a lot of you, which is that first day that I went to a workshop and used kettlebells and was promptly decimated in about 5 minutes by swings and get-ups. And so that's the first time the light kind of came on for me, and I realized, hey, you know what? There might be something to this, and potentially I can build a lot more strength if I utilize this training method. And so over the next few years, I built up more strength than I ever could have possibly imagined previous to using kettlebells. And while I'm obviously very invested in the kettlebell as a tool, I also use other methods. I still deadlift, do some other barbell work, and do some steel bending and stuff like that. But the kettlebell is definitely the centerpiece of my program, and I credit it with the vast majority of my strength development. Max?
I've never weighed 114 pounds, and even if I did, I would be too embarrassed to tell you. I've been pretty athletic my whole life. I was never really like a strong dude, but I played all kinds of sports, and I was pretty good at sports. Kettlebells have really changed my attitude toward strength training in general. I really like to think of the body as one piece. Dan John says that, and I'm thankful that he came up with that analogy, because when you train single body parts, you end up with a Frankenstein body that doesn't know how to work together. And the kettlebell training that I've done has allowed me to go and be good at other things. It's given me that all-over strength that translates well to anything I do. And sort of the idea behind this is that we want you to watch this DVD and be all-over strong. We don't want you to come to us with a goal and we're giving you a specific program. We're giving you what my training and Jordan's training reflect, which is a broader aspect. We want you to be able to come to the gym, be so strong that you can go win a pickup basketball game, go play touch football, foil a terrorist plot, and win a UFC fight. And that actually...
Is that all one day, or...?
That's Tuesday.
Okay.
One of the things that this has let me do was, last year I took about 2 months of Muay Thai training. And I started amateur pankration tournaments, and I never lost. I did 10 pankration tournaments. I won every single one. I did 5 Muay Thai matches. I won every single one. I did a ton of no-gi jiu-jitsu tournaments. And it wasn't because I was, good at any of these things, really. I was fresh at all of them. 2 months of work before I started doing these competitions. But I had that base of strength that gave me an edge over anybody that I came up against. And that's what this DVD is about. It's about being able to be good at everything all at once. That's why it'll sometimes seem like such a broad kind of focus, because that's what it is. We want you to be able to do everything well. It's not just good enough to be able to press a bell. You have to be able to do other things too, and have conditioning. And all these qualities, you have to have them all. It's an all or nothing package.
So along with that, in this DVD, you're going to get Max's specific, more expansive program, and then you're going to have my, more compressed program. You're also going to have some tips for kettlebell exercises and some bodyweight stuff that you might not see a lot of instruction on, such as the bottoms-up press, a little bit of stuff on the pistol, different swing variations and things like that. And I want to leave you with this one last thing, is that it might seem like Max is a lot bigger than I am. I'm actually standing 3 feet directly behind him.
It's camera
and so
work.
he appears larger.
Camera magic.